you watch Wiseman on the Warriors, and it's just so obvious that he should have been the first pick. And it's so obvious that he's a special player. This can't be emphasized strongly enough. His shot, it looks like he's shooting a bowling ball. Right. Rookies. Wanted to start with the rookies. This was a polarizing draft. This was a draft that people were comparing to like 2013, 2000. And then all of a sudden there was this counter argument that no, actually, maybe there's not a lot of star power, but there's not a lot of good players. Everybody's arguing about who should be the first pick, Anthony Edwards, Wiseman, or LaMelo. We had way too long to look at it. I was in the Wiseman should be the first pick camp. I didn't understand why Minnesota wouldn't take him. I don't understand why it would have been a bad thing to have him and Towns together. And you watch Wiseman on the Warriors, and to me, it's like sometimes it's the Malcolm Gladwell blank theory. Sometimes you know in 2 seconds. You really do. I remember watching Ijin Lan in person. I knew within 30 seconds. I was like, it's not happening for this guy. Felt the opposite about Wiseman. It's just so obvious that he should have been the first pick, and it's so obvious that he's a special player. It's going to take a while. I think he's going to have some crap games. He'll have some good games, but just the overall feel, athleticism, the body he has, the things he can do, how fluid he is. Like the stuff I look for when I'm watching rookies is, does somebody know what they want to do right away when they get thrown the ball, when on defense? Do they understand the whole concept of switching? Are they in the right spots? Are they a split second ahead of things instead of a split second behind? I love what I've seen from this guy, and he's a beast. There's probably 5 or 6 people in the league who have a body like the body that he's going to end up with. I thought it was weird that he wasn't the first pick. I think it's even weirder now. And I say that as that I've really liked 4 rookies so far, and the guy Minnesota took is one of the 4, Edwards. He's going to be good, and whether from a maturity standpoint, he can handle the league and all the things that come with it. I think that was the biggest red flag with it. But you just watch it, right away. The guy's an incredible athlete. He totally makes sense on a court. You know exactly what he is. He's a great athlete who can shoot. He has a ton of confidence. He's kind of a character. There's been fun interviews with him already and things like that. So for me, I have Wiseman first. I would still have Haliburton second. You've already seen him on Sacramento. The thing that I love about him is he doesn't need the ball to have an impact. He's always in the right spots. He's fun to play with. And you just kind of like having him out there, and I think he gives them flexibility if they want to move on from De'Aaron Fox at some point, and maybe flip him into a scorer or whatever. But I have Wiseman 1, Haliburton 2, Edwards 3. And I think that has to be if you're redoing the draft, that has to be the top 3. You would say, well, where's LeMelo? Yeah, I know the passes are awesome. He's really fun to watch. He's a better rebounder than I think we expected, but he's really raw. And this can't be emphasized strongly enough. His shot, it looks like he's shooting a bowling ball. He is one of those rare guys that when he shoots, you just don't ever feel like it's going in. And the thing that I was surprised, I thought he would at least have like the floater driving layup kind of, he'd be able to get, the way Jason Kidd would be able to get baskets the first 6-7 years of his career. He can't even get those. And I just think he's such a liability as a shooter. It overshadows a lot of the other stuff. He seems really raw to me. I would not put him in the Wiseman, Haliburton, Edwards class. The 4th rookie that I think has just shown he's belonged. And look, this is early. I'm not saying these are my rookie rankings for the year or anything like that. I'm just saying guys who have jumped out at me so far. Pritchard on the Celtics has been a godsend. And this is a team that has missed a lot of draft picks that were not in the top 7 over the last 15 years. And is very spotty record if you go 10th pick and beyond. In the Deni Ainge era, it just hasn't been great. And they've missed on some recently. They took Pritchard 26th. The general consensus was, wow, that was somebody who was going to be headed for the 30s. Had a couple people in my life tell me, like, read up on this kid. This kid's won everywhere he's went. If you go and read about him in Oregon, he won 3 straight titles on a team that was not like a particular powerhouse in Oregon, but is just a guy that his team seem to win. And I think that's what drew Ainge to him, because he tends to like either high pedigree guys from high school or guys who have some sort of winning pedigree. And within 4 games, tonight they had a huge game against the Pacers, and where they had lost a couple nights ago, and to lose 2 and to start the season 1-3, and especially Indiana, a team they have to be better at. Pritchard came in and changed the game. He can create offensively. He knows where to go on defense. He can shoot, and he's just feisty. And he kind of took over the game, and to the point that Stevens kept him in so long, he got visibly tired, and they had to take him out. But he's been one of the best 4 rookies I've watched. I can't believe he's on the Celtics. He's exactly what they need. I think their crunch time lineup, until Kemba comes back, is going to be him and Smart, Tatum and Brown and Thompson. And I can't believe I'm saying that. I never, ever in a million years would have expected 3 weeks ago that I'd be saying that. There was buzz about him in the brief camp where Marcus Smart was raving about him. And Marcus Smart's not one of those, like, he's not throwing around compliments left and right. So for him to be like, this guy's a dog, this guy's awesome, that kind of got on my radar. But he's really stepped up. So the Celtics have finally hit on a pick. There's 5 other guys that I like flashes of what I've seen and I want to see more of. Actually, I'll give you 6. Okoro on Cleveland. The defense is as advertised. Cole Anthony's had some moments as like a heat check guy off the bench. He sucked tonight. I had him as a top. I had it initially as a top 5, but he sucked tonight. So I downgraded him. Maxey on the Sixers has had moments. Avdija on the Wizards. I like how comfortable he is. He's not putting up great stats or anything, but he clearly like knows what he's doing and belongs on a basketball court. I like Precious on Miami, who is the guy I wish the Celtics had taken in 14. Precious is clearly headed for a 12-year career and will be in playoff games and do stuff. And then Patrick Williams on the Bulls. I haven't watched a ton of the Bulls yet, but Russillo likes him. I liked what I've seen, so I at least have him marked down. So those would be my 6. So I would have Wiseman, Haliburton, Edwards, Pritchard as the 4 that have really stood out. And then Okoro, Anthony, Maxey, Avdija, Precious, and Patrick Williams. And then LaMelo's fun just for what he is. Whether it's ever going to translate to him being on a good team, I guess we'll find out. But my bigger point is I think the rookies have been better than I expected. There's not the home run kind of, oh my God, the Tim Duncan in 98 type guy, but we knew that heading the draft. And by the way, a lot of drafts don't have that guy. I think Wiseman has a chance to be a special 5 in today's NBA because he can shoot, he can rebound, he can defend, and he is fluid. And I'm just a fan. I can't believe the Warriors lucked out.